Hello, welcome to honest-wargamer. I'm your host Rob. It's time to be Necro Weirdos on Necro Tuesday. That's where every Tuesday, 11 AM till, who knows, me and the chat be Necro Weirdos. Now, do not join us is the important part. We're too far gone. Once you're at the stage where you're designing a gang and maybe giving them names and caring whether or not they do or don't have a grenade, there's no hope for us. We're in the weird zone. Welcome to the weird zone. And hard cut, etc. Okay, so, yeah, nerds. We've become nerds. All right, so don't join us for this. However, that's what we're going to do today. Last week, we looked at all the gangs, and the chat decided that they wanted to become, not Delac, oh God, Cawdor. They wanted to play, thank you to Cameron for resubscribing. Yeah, they wanted to be hashtag the Rat Gang. So we're going to today, on today's show, so we looked at all the armies, right? We looked at the different ones. There's the big roid Goliaths. Yes, my type. Yeah. There's the cops. Boo, boo, boo for the cops. Right? Boo for the cops. And then, what else and then we decided we were the Rat Gang, because Cawdor are... there's a good description for Cawdor, which we'll read in but a moment. In fact, actually, the description for Cawdor, if we read about it, are... let's do a quick description for them. The House of Faith truly turned Chaos Cawdor into the most unique Necromunda gang out there with no... Oh, no, that's not the one. There's a Cawdor description somewhere, which is basically like, they're just povos... that's an English word for poor people. They're just povos who believe in the Emperor and love blowing things up with rats. Okay? Am I going to get the sewer gator for Goliath? Maybe. I think eventually we might do all of this, because this is going to be the most fun. So the chat, which is you, are now hashtag Rat Gang. You're in the Rat Gang. So what we're going to use is we're going to use Yak Tribe. So this is Yak Tribe to create a gang. Okay? So we're going to create a gang here, where it all starts. Choose your gang here. Then we're going to name some of the gangers after people in the chat. I'm going to create a gang, and then we're going to build the gang. We're going to paint the gang. We're going to build the Necromunda board. Then we're going to do some Necromunda games on live stream, where we're going to play. The chat are going to play with their Necromunda gang as a group, as a collective, as a Rat Gang, versus me and special guests. I've already got like 3 special guests lined up who want to come and play against the chat gang, or hashtag Rat Gang. So can we get Rat Gang dice? That's a great idea. We could do that. I was going to say I never heard Povo, maybe a southern thing. Maybe. Like I'm a Povo. At the point where your country's being decimated by the ultra wealthy, which is every country, FYI, then you really need to have some class solidarity and be a povo with me. Maybe I call dibs on Sumpcroc, potentially. We do have a Discord. You can join our Discord, which is !Discord if you're in the chat. And if you watch this on YouTube or listen to the podcast, then you can't join. Because it's just for weirdos on a Tuesday, right? We just need a revolution, that's true. Right, okay, so we're going to create a gang, right? So here, create a gang. Select a gang. We are going to go for, the Rat Gang are choosing, as we've talked about, they are choosing Cawdor, okay? Cawdor here. So that's what we're going to choose. And we get a start in 1,000 credits. But... are we bidding on names and channel points? Yeah, we'll do a load of that in a bit, I promise. But before we do that, we're going to have to work out what we need. So some of you won't know, even how to build a gang, which is super fair. So I'm hoping people who watch this back will get some opportunity to also learn how to build gangs at the same time. The resources that I've used, so I spent the morning researching this, on how to roughly build a gang. So I'm no expert. This is my first time into the process as well. So hopefully we all learn together. And if you do have any thoughts, leave them in the chat or leave them in comments on how best to build gangs, etc. But I've got some Necro notes, and this is when we're building a gang. Right, so this is the thing that we're going to need to remember. Yeah, and by the way, I used a Goonhammer article to read this, to go through this. So thank you to Goonhammer for an excellent write-up. I'll include the link to the Goonhammer article below. This is when we build our gang, we want to try and get 10 gangers. Otherwise, we'll not maybe have enough for the campaign. We want to max our champions. So remember that 10 gangers, max our champions. Try to have no juves if possible. We want no juves because you have like a leader, champions, gangers, and juve. Those are your 4 classifications, right? And then there's other stuff, hide guns and all that other nonsense, but we're not doing that right now. So, leader, champions, gangers, and then juves, right? And we want to try and have no juves if possible, and we want to try and get 10 gangers, right? Yes, thank you, Ziggy, for resubscribing. You want to have a mix of close combat and fighting. The campaigns, so there's no real set design for the campaign board size. So if you do 2x2, you're going to be doing like smaller kind of like kind of internal housing, under hive, kind of like street fight or internal building fighting in a 2x2 board. 3x3 board was the suggested board size, and 4x4 would be a long board size. So that would mean that there's more shooting. So I'm going to try and design some modular boards which will do each one of those 2 things. I could have just very easily bought the kit from Games Workshop, but I quite like as in one of the start boxes or something. But I do like the idea of building a board ourselves. We can give it a name. It could be like our little place. It's going to be really fun. It's just a Twitch thing. We're not going to be very fast at this. So if you are watching this and expecting this to be like something that happens over the next couple of weeks, it's going to take us months. And that's fine. It's just something I want to do every Tuesday with the gang, right? Yeah, a crack house shootout. Yeah, exactly. So that we've got 2x2, a crack house shootout. 3x3, a kind of regular street fight. Yeah, maybe at the end of some sort of sports game. And then 4x4 is more of a kind of like urban warfare situation, right? Yeah, dodgy park scuffle. Correct. Excellent. Thank you, Liam Dempsey, for resubscribing. Oh, for gifting a gift sub. That's lovely of you. Jews are great as they gain better skills than normal gangers, and they're also super cheap. So, according to the guide, it's actually not effective and efficient for that to be the truth. But again, Rat Gang, that's you out there. It's going to be your choice on what to build with the gang. But I'm just giving you the key takeaways that I've read from my article. So the board, so that gives you some indication of what we're going to play. We're going to play on a mixture of, we're going to play mainly 3x3, but sometimes we're going to do 2x2, where templates will be more important. Yeah, because everyone will be crowded in. Mainly 3x3, and we'll do the same amount of 2x2 and 4x4. So ranged weapons and templates are going to have about the same effect. So our 3x3 will be like a more standard one, right? Template weapons apparently are good. Grenades are good, but normally you only get 1 shot, so something to think about. Melee units should have a pair of weapons because you get an extra attack dice. So if we are going to give a guy a melee weapon, then we need to give them 2 melee weapons. And a pistol counts as a melee weapon unless you take a special pistol. So those are the clever things to do. The default loadout should be a melee weapon plus a pistol. Okay, and I know you're asking yourself, Rob, what are the good melee weapons? Well, flails or chainswords apparently are a peak. Yeah, if you're going for like your champions or leaders, you're going to want power swords or hammers. But if you're going for cheap options, you want axes are better than clubs. Apparently, clubs are awful. Okay, so what we need to do is we need to go and look at your gang. So chat, you've done with Cawdor. So we're going to use this Goonhammer article, and we're going to go through all of the information in here so you can choose the best gang, right? Don't get mad at me for not and then I'll pick my gang. Okay, so we're gonna go through all this so you guys can just be like, okay, I know what a flamer does now. That's hot, right? All of that. We're not just going to randomly pick weapons because we have to build these miniatures and then I have to paint them. So we're going to put a little bit of thought into it. A little bit of thought, right? Anything is ranged weapon if you yeet it. That's true. Anything is a melee weapon if you try hard. I agree. Okay, so we get also for the Rat Gang out there. That's all of you. You've got some choices to make that are pretty massive. Because if you're playing Cawdor, as we'll get into it, you can either be good guy Cawdor or outlaw Cawdor. Outlaw Cawdor. So let's talk about it, shall we? Is everyone excited? Is everyone ready to get weird? Let's get weird. Right. So the House of Faith, instant outlaw pick. The House of Faith turned House Cawdor. So this is from Goonhammer again. We're just going to use Goonhammer for everything. Excellent resource. So thank you. How many bomb rats can you take? I don't know. We're going to find out in this article. That's why we're not just going to go straight into building the gang without knowing anything. We're going to do it as a crew and learn together, right? So the House of Faith truly turn House Cawdor into the most unique Necromunda house gang out there. That's you, chat gang. You're all the most unique. With no prospects and the ability to build two distinct gangs, Cawdor really do stand out amongst the other house gangs. Throwing their unique weapon made from scrap. That's you, Povo chat. Cawdor really do stand out amongst the house gangs. So a unique weapon made from scrap, their ability to perform minor miracles during battle, and their unsurpassed numerical superiority. And Cawdor gang can end up looking extremely scary. Okay, right. Unique is a diplomatic for rat weirdos. That's correct. Okay, so strengths. What are the strengths? Flame templates. Nobody in the Underhive can bring more template weapons to a fight than Cawdor. We're playing no 2x2 games. All 4x4 games, I've decided. Yeah, it's all thanks to a little weapon called the Polearm Blunderbuss. And it is the truth. Capital letters truth. The Trash Boys can even do it cheaply, which is truly wild. Oh, no. Step 1, buy maximum number of bomb rats. Step 2, something optional per goon hammer. We're doing 3x3. Yeah, Cawdor Trash Polearm weapons are based on Custodian's weapons, which is amazing. That's cool. I didn't know that. Cawdor are Westboro Baptist Church with less subtlety. Interesting. Their cheap template weapons are not only extremely effective at short range, they're extremely reliable, can act as versatile weapons, and set people on fire. What more could you possibly ask for? I don't want to be set on fire. Cawdor gangers are hot garbage individually. Chat. I'm going to love this. I love that you're all hot garbage. But they're cheaper and more plentiful than almost anyone else. Factor in the fact that you get extra gangers and Jews for every battle, and you'll see that Cawdor gangs are never outnumbered. Oh, baby. Rob, check the Blaze rules. It's about a page long. Well, I won't right now. We're going to go through all of this, right? Okay, so flame templates is something you've got. Numbers, you've got loads of numbers. So there's loads of you, which makes sense because you normally outnumber me. You're also pretty spicy in the chat, so flame templates make sense. Acts of Faith. This is when you subscribe and gift subscriptions. House Cawdor's special gang ability is one of the best and most fun on the books. Oh, really? They passively generate faith dice that can be rolled for in-game miracles. This ability costs no credits and can be used in any battle. Right? It is a major reason why post-House of Faith Cawdor gangs are so rightly feared. Oh, no. Okay, as if you chose the OP gang. That's hilarious. 2 gangs for the price of 1. Along with Cawdor gang, players can build a Redemptionist gang, which is similar but a lot meaner. Or they can mix and match Cawdor and Redemptionist fighters. The customizability and thematic potential of this gang is so far unmatched in Necromunda. Oh, no. Oh, no, we've been duped into playing Sisters of Battle. You chose it yourself! Right? My mate started buying hazard suits to protect themselves from my Cawdor blaze weapons. Can you buy suits? Okay, I'm into that. Right. Right, okay, so weaknesses. Few long-range options. While Cawdor absolutely rule the template game, the rest of their range options leave a lot to be desired. The heavy crossbow is legitimately great, but just about every other option aside from the long rifle is barely worth it. Cawdor will get completely dumpstered in a Sector Mechanicus long-range firefight if they're not packing oodles of smoke grenades. Hint, this is the best way to beat a Cawdor gang. I'm going to buy a lot of smoke grenades. You guys are fucked. Right, low armor pen. Cawdor are not a great place regarding armor penetration. Their only options are better than -1 on the crack profile of the heavy crossbow, and a couple of close combat weapons. They'll need a ton of help from the trading post or black market in this respect, or suffer for it in the late stages of campaign, without some lucky rarity rolls and a hefty wallet. Oh, so you guys need to make your cheap Povo numbers count, like early doors in the campaign, right? Heavy crossbow, what is this AOS? I think it's saying Cawdor wants smoke grenades to get in close. I mean, there's also, yeah, you could also use smoke grenades to get in close. Dibs on the heavy crossbow. Lackluster champions. While Cawdor and Redemption champions aren't bad, they don't really stack up against champions from other gangs in terms of raw effectiveness. Cawdor firebrands have mediocre stats and befuddling skill availability, and Redemptionist deacons' mediocre stats jive with their obvious intended role as melee beatsticks. You want to take them, but they lack efficiency when compared to other gangs' champs. Ha ha ha! You've got no leaders. Ha ha! How does smoke make them worse? I don't even need to aim flamethrowers. I don't know. Okay. I guess you use smoke. So you throw smoke grenades. You hide in the smoke, and then you walk out of it, and you just drop flame templates everywhere. Okay. We don't have any leaders in real life, so this tracks. That's correct. Right, gang composition. Before we get into fighter types and roles, let's talk about redemptionists, outlaws, and pious or fanatical gangs. As mentioned before, corridor gangs are made up of corridor gangers, redemptionists, or both. Okay, interesting. Each ganger comes with one of two rules, among others naturally. Pious for corridor, fanatical for redemptionists. After putting together your gang, you need to count how many pious and fanatical fighters you have in your gang. If you have more pious fighters, your gang is law-abiding, so there's going to be a vote on whether or not you guys go for pious or fanatical. In your gang, if you have more pious fighters in your gang, it's law-abiding. If you have more fanatical fighters, your gang is an outlaw. If it's a tie, it's broken by whichever way the leader leans. The difference between law-abiding and outlaw really only matters in campaigns, and both come with bonuses and restrictions. Additionally, pious and fanatical allow very situational, cool rerolls. That's cool, I guess. Fanatical is not a question. You guys get to vote on it later. You guys are going to get a vote between fanatical or pious. Okay? Twitch have no rules. Any corridor player will be familiar with the pious members of their gang. They've all got new titles, but the leader, champions, gangers, Jews will all be familiar. The new fighters introduced in House of Faith are all redemptionists. They've got a leader, champs, gangers, and Jews of their own. Stat-wise, both sets of fighters are similar, but redemptionists are generally a bit more expensive and have better gear. So be aware of that. Yeah, you're going to be getting all fancy as a redemptionist if you go for being if you're being fanatical. Right. So like any corridor player will be familiar with pious. Okay, good. Finally, before the gang can get any games in, the leader, of which you can only take one, has to choose a path of faith. Ooh. We'll dive a bit more into this later, but it's a set of available miracles that the gang can perform during battle. Nice. Okay. Okay, so then now we're going to look at all of the leaders. Okay, so you've got two leaders. Okay, and there's even recommended equipment. Nice. Right. Okay, so the corridor word keeper, who's a leader. Right, path of faith, rats. What gets us max rats? Okay, I don't know. We'll find out. Your pious gang leader, corridor players will recognize his stat line from Gangs of the Underhive. And we're taking a net increase of 5 credits from that publication. When you consider armor, mediocre battle skill, and weapon access shunts this character to melee support roles. Okay, so a corridor word keeper would be a melee support role, but the word keeper does indeed have a skill access to support either role, making them a good choice. If you're going support, read overseer, keep them cheap and cheerful. But a melee-focused word keeper with a chain glaive or greatsword is a force to be reckoned with in combat. Okay, so you got to make a choice there if you're going to go for like a support character, overseer, or you're going to go for a word keeper, right? Path of faith. The rats don't need support, they have faith. Chain glaive sounds rad as hell. A chain glaive does sound rad as hell. Like, I really need to find I suppose it would be in, let's go look at the actual miniatures while we're doing this, because this is super fun. What the fuck does a chain glaive look like? Box games. Corridor. Necrofunday. And then House Corridor. Where's Corridor? Okay. Where's my bro with the chain glaive? Oh no. So these are the redemptionists. Do we have to buy some upgrades? Oh no. So what are you like? So just looking at the kit there's a guy with a banner. He looks like the leader. That's what your little crossbow is going to look like when you want to get the crossbow. Chain glaive is a chainsaw and a big stick. A chainsaw and a big stick? Oh no, that must be in the upgrade set. Chainsaw on a big stick. So it must be this one at the top here. The greatsword doesn't have a miniatures part, but the rules have sever, which is basically cutting off enemy limbs. Nice. 3D print them, baby. Yeah, okay. Greatsword isn't like... Chainsaw on a stick is the redemptionist kit. Is it? Oh, yeah, there. Wait, that? The chainsaw on a... No, I don't think it's in there. Okay, we'll find it. We'll find it. Whatever you guys decide to choose, we'll build and we'll find. Okay, so it's not a stress. Okay. The crossbow does look good. I agree. Right, okay, so that's the Cawdor Wordkeeper, right? And then you've got the Redemptor Priest, who's the leader. Oh yeah, so new fighter time. The Fanatical Redemptor Priest is a Wordkeeper who's been turned up to 11. Oh no, you guys are definitely going to choose that. But at the same price. Fantastic combat weapons, very good access to equipment, and primary skill access to the new Piety skill tree make this the premier choice for Cawdor leadership. While the Wordkeeper is fine, the Redemptor Priest can do whatever the Wordkeeper can, but better with more flaming headgear. Oh no, I'm going to have to buy that kit as well. Okay, well, you can make an Overseer Redemptor Priest. Just know that if you do, we can never be friends. What? Redemptor priests really shy, leading their congregation from the front, charging recklessly into combat with a giant chainsaw or chain axe. That doubles as a flamer. They can even act in a support role while leading from the front if you take a Book of the Redemption. The best of both worlds. Redemptor priest rules, and you should immediately consider taking one. Additionally, the Redemptor priest is one of the two characters along with Deacon who can take Cherub Servitors, which are really, really good defensive upgrades. Cherub Servitors. You pick a Redemptor Priest, you can give him a Fire Hat, actual item upgrade. Oh my god. A Fire Hat. Oh no. I know what you guys are going to pick. Why do they write the articles like this? Why can't they be more level-headed? Oh no. Okay. Okay. We need OP guys. We play narrative, of course. Okay, so that's the Redemptor leader. So those are the leaders. So your choice is going to be between a Cawdor Wordkeeper and a Redemptor priest leader. Therefore, like when we get to the leader section, we're going to have to go. We'll go back to this and we'll do the vote on which one. Like in fact, we'll probably do it. We'll do it in stages, right? Because we're going to look at champions next, and then we're going to look at gangers, and we're going to look at equipment. And others. Oh no, we'll do it at the end. We'll do it at the end, so we can work it out together. We'll do it at the end. We won't do it now. Pyromantic Mantle equals Fire Hat. Yeah, Cawdor weapons and upgrade kits look like it has plenty of big combat weapons. The upgrade kit. Yeah, there's big axes, which is pretty cool. There's look like some big guns. There's some hammers, which look pretty sweet as well. Loads of like little side weapons and stuff. Loads of cool heads with candles on. I feel like if you go for the Fire Bros, you're not quite being the Povo chat that I expect. This is way more, like, culty. Don't forget, people have accused me of being a cult leader previously, which I feel is very unfair. Like, but be conscious. Be conscious that you might be slipping into what other people have described us all as, right? The Chainglaive is the second from the top. The Chainglaive is the second from the top. Second from the top. Oh, there it is, the Chainglaive. That's awesome. Yeah, I love that. We will teach them the ways. We live for the one. Exactly what a cult leader would say. Okay. Oh, they did say, yeah, it wasn't cult. They burnt for the one. Yes. All right. So, next up, champions. So you want to max out champions. You want to have over 2 champions, you want to have 2 or more champions if possible. So you've got a couple of champions. You've got the Cawdor Firebrand. Oh boy, the stats say shooting, but the skills say combat. The Firebrand, 1 mixed up fighter. Oh, the Firebrand is 1 mixed up fighter. The Pious Champion's unappealing stats and frankly garbage skills, wow, might seem to make them superfluous or unnecessary except for one thing, the Cawdor Heavy Crossbow. While this incredibly good weapon is wasted on a Wordkeeper, the Firebrand's 3+ ballistic skill fits perfectly with this absolute banger of a weapon. If you're looking for a cheap range support option, like if the crossbow is out of reach at gang creation, then long rifle is a great choice for the Cawdor gang on a budget. Skills-wise, you're going to want to go with something defensive from the combat tree, as you're not going to get any mileage out of anything else unless you play a lot of Lost Zone campaign. We don't. While they're a little unassuming, it's fair to say that each and every Cawdor gang needs at least 1 Firebrand for their range support abilities. Okay. I hope he's a flame. That's true. Yeah, exactly. Right. Imagine if this guy wasn't immune to flame attacks. This would be an issue. Okay. And then he's recommended a corridor heavy crossbow, a long rifle, heavy stubber, armor probably. And then you got a deacon. He's the other champion. On the fanatical side of the champion aisle, we have the deacon. The good thing about deacons is that they have substantially better skills with access to the piety tree, but lack access to the corridor heavy crossbow. However, deacons can somewhat make up for that with access to the grenade launcher. A perennial Necrofunday favourite. The only issue with that, however, is that the Redemptionist model with a grenade launcher doesn't currently exist. No, meaning some light converting would be necessary to field one. It's admittedly a small issue, but new players may balk at carving up their shiny new Redemptionist. I do balk at that, right? How about just netlist this shit? No chance. No chance. We're getting into it. Like, this is where the spice, where we find the spice. This is where you find the memes. When you deep dive it, this is where you find the memes. I'm into this. Like, this is the spicy stuff. This is what I love. We already know that we're fire boys for some reason. Last week we were Povo rat throwers, and now we're fire boys. Well, you guys are fire boys. Obviously, I'm not in your gang. Okay. This is how netlists are born. Exactly. Yeah. Like, what's the link for the gang builder? The gang builder link is this. Here you go. It's Yak Tribe. And I'll include it in the show notes. Yak Tribe. Okay. Right. The Redemptionist holding up the autogun can quickly be swapped with an old Imperial Guard grenade launcher. Thank you. Caught red-handed doing Necrofunday. Shh, don't tell anyone. Right. Okay. Grenade launcher doesn't currently exist. Okay, it's admittedly a small issue, but new players may balk at carving up their shiny Redemptionist. We did that already. Scavenger's Eye is a great choice for grenade launcher or shotgun or autogun if you're a cheapskate. Deacons, they can passively buff credit rewards from the relative safety of back of your own deployment zone. If you decide to go with a melee deacon, fear not, as it's not the worst choice. Devotional Frenzy is a must for melee deacon. You don't expect them to stick around for very long, but they'll pack a punch while they're still alive. Deacons are legitimately good either way, so feel free to go nuts. They're good. Like, I feel like all of the fire guys, right, are definitely better, but they're going away from the key element, which is being povos. Do you know what I mean? Like, I get it. They're like, look, you pay more points, you get the fire boys who are better, but then we're not going to be the trash hurling rat gang. Okay, just something to think about. That's all something to think about. Hello, weirdos. Hello, chat. Okay, so then the deacon we talked about. Okay, Cawdor Brethren, a ganger. The humble Cawdor Brethren stat line is pure mediocrity, but they are absolutely the best choice for the backbone of your gang for two reasons. One, Brethren can take a Cawdor polearm blunderbuss, the best basic weapon in the entire game. Oh no. And they have a devout masses ganger special rule, allowing you to take one extra ganger per battle. Oh my god. Okay. At 95 credits with a blunder pole and flak armor, you've got a credit-sufficient, close-ranged monster who can net you extra fighters each game. Okay, sure, there are some other good weapon options if you're low on credits, but a core of 2 to 4 blunder pole brethren will never disappoint. Okay, so you guys need some blunder poles in your life. Okay, don't be not picking blunder poles. Okay, then there's Redemptionist brethren. Sheesh, it would have to be nice for Necro Crew to come up with another name for Redemptionist gangers. But whatever, Redemptionist Brethren have similar mediocre stats when compared to Cawdor Brethren, but don't have access to blunder poles and don't get devout masses, and they're 5 credits more expensive. Unfortunately, the only reason to take Redemptionist Brethren is to pad out your fanatical fighters to become or stay outlaws. As gangers, they're honestly fine, but nowhere near the optimal choice. Oh, if you guys want to be fanatical, you're not going to get to take the good old blunder poles. So you're going to look like idiots. So you need to think about that. So these guys basically herd new people into the chat. Can we call them YouTube algorithm boyos? Yes, let's do that. Sticking normal weapons on a pole is how we roll. Exactly, the blunder pole. And you got the Bone Picker, the Juve. As a pious Juve, the Bone Picker is surprisingly a good choice. So good that I'm recommending that each and every Cawdor gang have at least 3 Why? Bone Pickers also have Devote Masses Juve, but instead of 3 extra Bone Pickers per battle, you can take D3! This is ridiculous. A fully equipped Cawdor gang should be showing up every fight with 2 to 4 extra fighters before tactics cards and passive face shenanigans. So you want 3, keep them cheap, maybe give them incendiary charges to make up for the awful ballistic skill of 5, but only if you're flush with cash. Don't bother with armor, they're Cawdor Juves. A lowlier form of life on Necromunda does not exist. Don't even give them armor! They're just little tramps that you're just running around with. That's quite only relevant question: can redemptionists take rat bombs? I don't think so. Like they just like they're just some young chaps, and then your battle players can call in even more fighters from reserves. Wow, you guys are gonna have so many dudes. Like that makes sense because you're the chat gang. #rat gang. Lowly scum throwing bombs. Right. Okay. So, and your recommended equipment is a flail, axe, cleaver, pistols, and incendiary charges. Okay. And then you've got the Zealot Juve. On the fanatical side of things, we have the Zealot. Unfortunately, Zealots are twice the cost of a Bone Picker. What you do get 40 credits is 20. Well, a weapon skill of 4, slightly better, cool. That's it. Zealots don't even have Devote Masses, but they do have access to the fun and expensive Redemptionist close combat weapons. Unfortunately, these fighters are firmly within the thematic but not at all good zone, along with Redemptionist Brethren. You can't protect them like you can the Deacon. Oh, I like how you start the article and you're like, yes, Flame Boys do sound great. But then when you get on and you're like, actually, the Povo kids sound way better because you've just got more of them and they're just great. Bringing in extra dudes is basically gift subs. That's true. That's basically what it is. It's like D3 gift subs every time. Right, standout skills. Okay, so here's some standout skills. Even though Cawdor champs get short shrift here, there are still some good options to take. Bull Charge, the thinking trash person's choice for melee-centric leader. Please do not make melee Cawdor champs, thanks in advance. Bull Charge will give them a nice boost on the turn they charge. Okay, so you can make a bully charge, dude. Quantity has a quality all of its own. Okay, agreed. Commanding Presence. If your leader doesn't have Overseer, they're probably going to end up in the thick of things, surrounded by a horde of grubby polearm wielders. A group activation with 4 polearm blunderbuss shots on critical turn before your opponent can do anything sounds pretty good, doesn't it? Consider Commanding Presence. Okay. They're probably going to end up with thick of things surrounded by a horde of grubby polearm wielders. A group activation with 4 polearm blunderbuss shots? That sounds hot. Okay. Right? And then Overseer, while somewhat distasteful over here, definitely finds a home in a Cawdor gang, the Overseer. Put it on a leader, minimal equipment, and take either a pair of heavy crossbows. A pair of heavy crossbows! 2! Or a crossbow heavy stubber combo with your champs and boom. Oh, as in take 2 champs with heavy crossbows. Okay. Can I shoot rats from the crossbow? I'm not sure. Okay. Oh my god. Piety skills. Chat! Don't get too excited. This one is called Lord of the Rats. Alright. This is goonhammer.com. Okay. I'll put the link in the chat for everyone. The piety skills. The first one is Lord of the Rats. Right? So piety skills were introduced in House of Faith. They're mostly pretty good. This is great as Cawdor desperately need access to quality skills. Okay. Lord of the Rats is +2 to cool and willpower to friendly Jews within the line of sight. Rats cannot come within the 3 inches of this character. Okay, so the first one isn't a banger. That's okay. They can't be winners. But Bomb Rats meme lords will tell you that this skill is good, but don't listen to them. Here's a hot take for you. Bomb Rats are a waste of credits. Deal with that, Rat Stands. Goonhammer just friendship ended with Goonhammer. Now Goonhammer are our enemies, right? Did you hear what they just said? Right, liar. Yes, it's correct. Absolutely, friendship ended with Goonhammer. Yeah, no. Okay, we're out. Goonhammer must be confused or shilling for other squads. I think they must have been paid by other squads, basically. Right? Yeah. Whoa, fuck Goonhammer. Okay. Waste of credits. Feel free to tweet Goonhammer and tell them we hate them now. And do not just do hashtag Lord of Rats that is the tweet. Yeah. Tweet them At Goonhammer, we hate you now. Hashtag Lord of Rats. Uh, mm. Okay, so Lord of Rats is obviously the thing that we're going to take. Okay, we'll ignore everything else. Okay, so Scavenger's Eye. I mean, is it worth reading any other? We'll read the rest. We'll read the rest. Okay, and there's a lot of them, but Scavenger's Eye, +1 to any random roll credit rewards at the end of the battle. Seems good. This skill's on par with Fixer from the Savant tree for just being generally useful. Most scenarios involve some sort of credit reward, and this skill can pay huge dividends after just one Forgotten Riches game. Oh, just in case you didn't know, at the end of each game, well, like game, yeah, you'll get like credits and points and stuff to upgrade the gang, which is obviously what we'll do over time. Okay, so that's what the Scavenger's Eye, like that's what they're referring to there. Blazing Faith, the fighter with this skill can act normally under the Blaze condition, though they still take damage as normal and is immune to the Insanity condition. So this one's situational, but if you have more than one Cawdor gang in your local playgroup, any other Cawdor players will despise you for showing up to the game with a skill. Nice. So Blazing Faith, okay. Yeah, this skill is cheating at gambling, correct. Unshakable Conviction. This fighter can make reaction attacks if they're seriously injured and cannot be the target of a coup de grace, so they can't be, like, murdered. Additionally, the fighter can make an enhanced move while seriously injured. If you plan on taking combat character, especially who comes with a native 3+ weapon skill, either leader option, the skill is a great option. Low damage weapons often don't result in out-of-action results, make it so your fighter can continue to do damage even after they've been laid low. The Super Crawl is a nice addition too, allowing your fighter to get back within the assist zone or out of line of fire. Okay. Devotional Frenzy, once per turn, controller player can choose to enhance the fighter's weapon skill. Cool leadership willpower by D3. Afterwards, the fighter takes 1 damage. This skill is absolutely necessary for a combat deacon, and you can be nice to have the combat redemptionist, but like, and then there's Restless Faith, but we're also not going to take that. So, okay. It doesn't have rat in its name. I know. Rob, I think I'm going in on enforcers. Every campaign needs a bad guy. Warhammer Rob in the chat's going to be the cops. Oh my god. Oh my god, he's going to be an enforcer. Get him, boys. Fucking get him, chat. Hashtag rat gang. Okay, Articles of Faith. Every house gang gets a special ability, and your Cawdor's unique brand of shenanigans slaps. Unlike any other gang, the Articles of Faith system is completely free. Yeah? Yeah, completely free. And used in every single battle. Nice. This is huge. Escher and Goliath have very powerful special rules, that's me, attached to their gangs, and they're expensive. All Cawdor gangs just get to use Articles of Faith, full stop. There's, across all of Games Workshop's game systems, faith, like, is like a big element of, like, that it always is given a little bit more, wiggle room. Is that the right way to describe it? You know what I mean? It's just given a little bit more every time. Now, I'm not saying that's because of the internal church that exists at Games Workshop, allegedly. But also, is it? Is it because of the cult that exists inside Games Workshop? As their own real-life church morning, yes. The church syndicate that exists inside Games Workshop, allegedly. Anyway, here's how it works. At the end of each turn, roll d6 for each friendly Cawdor gang. So for people who aren't regular chatters, there's an ongoing conspiracy theory, but it is 100% real. Yeah, that inside Games Workshop, many of the upper to middle management are all in the same church. And while obviously there's no problem with people having their own selected faiths on any platform, as long as it doesn't harm or oppress other people, specifically the oppression part is pretty key. The rumor that they only hire as long as you've been a member of the church is ongoing, right? Yes, same. Yes, also read cult. So, American. Yes, always go vote. Right, here's how it works. At the end of each turn, roll d6 for each friendly Cawdor ganger who's not seriously injured or broken is on the board. Wow. Any results of 5+ are moved to the Faith dice pool, where they can be, but you can have loads of them. So wait, so I get loads of dudes, and then for everyone who's not seriously injured or broken, you roll a dice on a 5 up, you get Faith in the dice pool, where they can be used to invoke an Article of Faith. Each Article of Faith is invoked at the start of the fighter's activation and has a target value. The controlling player chooses how many faith dice to roll, and if the target value is met or exceeded, the article of faith is invoked. Faith dice can carry over from round to round, but faith dice that exceed the number of friendly Cordor gangers that are on the board and not seriously injured or broken are discarded at the end of the next turn. Adept Astrologers plays before it can recognize the system. Wow. Wow. How many sixes can we funnel into the rats? But aren't we all a little broken? That's true. Players can only choose to invoke articles of faith from the path of faith chosen by their gang's leader. There are 4 to choose from, and each path has 6 articles to invoke. The path of the faithful. Oh wait, so you got to choose an article. So number 1, you got to choose a path with your leader. Okay, so you got the path of the faithful, the path of the fanatic, the path of the doomed, and the path of the redeemer. So your leader is going to choose. There's no path of the rat. Yeah, path of the doomer. Each path works basically the same, but like this is going to be like path of the faithful is like Games Workshop chat. Path of the fanatic, Honest Wargamer chat. Path of the doomed, just Twitch scrollers, Twitter scrollers, and path of the redeemer, people who've left all social media platforms. They've just left it, right? Each path works basically the same, but has a different bonus conditions for generating extra faith dice. Importantly, each article of faith has a scripture-esque name that is just begging to be called out when invoked each time. We're talking stuff like, and a river of blood did drown them. This is easily the best gang special ability so far. Okay. I'll make it so you guys can type that in the chat and it will do stuff. So there's really too much content to review here. Wow. Each path of faith is good, and you ought to choose a path that most reflects your playstyle and gang's theme. You really can't go wrong. I am, however, going to highlight my favourite path, the path of the Doom Scroller. Okay. This path is followed by the Cordor gangs who relish in the death of all things. Oh my god, we're going to have to read what the path's narrative is to pick a path. One of them lets you do super long jumps sometimes. Okay. This path allows the Cordor gangs to relish those in the death of all things. The nearly heretical cult of the true resurrection follows the path of the doomed. This cult believes that the only way to save humanity is for the Emperor to finally die and the Imperium to fall. This is me! I'm a path of the doomer. That's what I think. That's why I want like all of the shit to get worse, because then like they have to revolt, because it's just awful. Which will herald a phoenix-like resurgence of humanity across the galaxy. Today I learned I'm a path of the doomer. Are they wrong? Who's to say? Are they insane and psychotically violent extremists who will do anything to end the Imperium and kill the Emperor? Yes. Uh-oh. Right. I'll DM one of them. Oh, yeah, please do. Send them me. Gangs who follow the path of the doomer tend to power up as they start losing members and have the outright best article of faith, and by the manner of his death did the Emperor judge him. If this article is invoked, the fighter makes a normal move, then explodes in a 5-inch blast template. Oh my god. If you be a path of the doomer, you can take one of your bros and explode them. This is like a big rat. You can literally be a big bomb rat. Yeah, witness me. Yeah, as they go. Oh, yeah, that's huge. What the fuck, that rules. Yeah, big rat man. We don't need to read the rest. We don't need to read the rest. But after reading that, what more do you need to know? Doomer for life. Okay. Right, so now we're going to look at some of the weapons. Yeah, we need to look at the weapons. Oh my god, there's a lot of weapons to read. I know that this is important. Okay, selected war gear. Let's just read to this. Let's walk to this. Bomb delivery rats. Do you remember how we said smoke grenades are the only really worthwhile grenade to throw in the Cordor gang? We're going to stick to that because Cordor have an inventive and hilarious way, new way, to give their enemies the gift of explosions. Strap the grenades to rats and have the rats unalive themselves, bomb their opponents. I don't think you're allowed to say the S word on Twitch. It works like this. If the fighter with rats can pass an intelligence check, this is so good for the Twitch chat, they can guide the rat up to 6 inches to make a targeted bombing run. If it ends its movement within 1 inch of an enemy or friendly model, if they fail, the rat goes rogue and moves according to the scatter dice Right off the bat, this might seem like a no-brainer, but the real trick is waiting until a ganger has rolled an intelligence advancement to give out some rats. Corridor gangers come in at 7 intelligence, or about 58% success rate. But if you wait until they get a 6+, advance to 6+, the success rate goes to a compelling 69%. They're literally writing memes for us. It goes to 69%. Do I need to say any more? Right? Nice. Yeah. Naming the rats after games at shop. Yeah, I agree. Who suggested that? Who suggested that? Either way, offensive grenades become way more useful in this framework. All the grenades can work with bomb rats, but we're going to focus on the 2 best important notes. A rat bombardier is probably going to run out of grenades rather quickly, so it's best to practice to give them 2 types of grenade to use with their rats. This is obviously more expensive, but it was sure to keep the bomb rats flowing or scampering. How many rats can we have? I don't know yet. Like, listen, I don't know. But it's a war gear. Bomb delivery rats are a war gear upgrade. Okay? I've DM'd you on Twitter with all the articles on Faith. Thank you very much, Budget Bolter. When strapped to bomb rats, blasting charges really start to shine. Their shorter range is mitigated, and their potential for destruction cannot be denied. They're also cheaper of the 2 good grenades, so go ahead and grab them first. Rating when strapped to a rat, A. I really love the article writer for giving us that. So blasting charges get an A, right? You have limited rats, but you have unlimited rats, but limited grenades. Interesting. Incendiary. Did you see the bloke from 40K Design Studio went 0-5 with Marines this weekend just after releasing the data slate? But basically, some Marines are bad because of noobs. I did. I'm not going to talk about it. It's just mean. Right, incendiary charges. They don't pack the punch of a blasting charge does, but a 5-inch blast with blaze is still a hell of a thing. The easy second choice when strapping to a rat, B. Okay. It's not a rating, it's a ratting. Okay, so bomb delivery rats is hilarious. Okay. There's so much other stuff to read. Oh my god. There's loads. Let's keep going. Okay. Example gangs. Maybe we should just get to here. I think we've read enough, right? A balanced approach. So I heard you like templates, out of the box corridor gang. No, we only want this. If there isn't a rat build, all out redemptionists. Final thoughts. As if of all the lists that they could have written, they didn't do max bomb rats. Reclaimed autogun, heavy crossbow. Okay, blunder pole. Why? Why wouldn't you ever write like why wouldn't you? Yeah, when the ADHD hits. I know. Like, are we really gonna? Okay, fine. Okay, let's see. Can Rob do this? Okay, we're gonna read through all the weapons and we're gonna learn. Okay. Okay, we got this. Okay. Yeah. Okay. Special weapons. All right, we're going to learn. Oh wait, have we even done other weapons? No. Weapons and gear. Basic weapons. Okay. So, but we already know we're taking the polearm thing, don't we? Autogun. So this is on a Redemptor Priest, a Deacon, or a Redemptionist Brethren. So that's a ganger, a Redemptionist. If you won't win any games, but at least you can put it on an Exterminator on it, I guess. Rating C. Doesn't sound like taking an autogun is fun. Cordal polearm. Yeah, or an autogun. Wordkeeper, Firebrand, Cordal Brethren. The first of the Cordal specific spear plus gun equals fun weapons. The polearm autogun is like a little brother to the venerable blunderpole. It definitely has good qualities, but if you're going to spend the cheddar to get one, why not spend 20 more credits to get the better version? If you want range, spend 10 fewer credits on the reclaimed autogun. Okay. Okay, for the Schrödinger secret spies. Yeah, okay, it's true. We need to read the rest. Okay, I agree with you all. Just asking we can explain anything that doesn't make sense. No, I'm on it. Let's read it together. The Cordor Polearm Blunderbuss. Okay? The Wordkeeper, Firebrand, Cawdor Brethren. This is it right here, y'all. The Blunderpole. Cawdor players love them. Everyone else fears them. Not only is this easily the best weapon available to the Cawdor gang, it's potentially one of the best weapons in the game. Oh boy. Oh boy. It combines what's best about Combat Shotgun, which we love here at Necrofunday, with pretty gnarly, versatile weapon, and you can give one to everyone in your gang. The template weapon has 2 profiles, and one of them has the plentiful trait, which means it automatically reloads should it ever run out of ammo. And then the other profile, you can set people on fire. This is easily the #1 heretic purging weapon available to the Underhive, and you should grab a whole bunch. Whoa. Okay. Necromunda thematically is pure dopamine. What's the consensus on the fun and game balance? As I understand it, Van Saar is like giga broken in the actual game, having read a few articles now. So I guess there's some issues there, right? But like, we're obviously not going to play at that level. And also, like, it's one of those really weird things where, like, why wouldn't if it was just broken, just ban it. Like, if you're not playing like someone's like, I want to do Van Saar with all plasma pistols, which apparently is really good. Yeah, it's just like, no, you can't. I don't want to play you. Like, what? It's like, it's good. Like, I can contact Campbell on the podcast, ask them both if they want to be on it. You can, Neuroshock Dubs. I'm not really like, I'm just using this whole process to learn with the chat and make it super fun and engaging, because this might be a really fun way of, if this works, and if we all have fun doing it, and if you as like the community are like, Robbie, I really like your way of going through this. Because what I could have done is sat on my own, just reading all of this, learning, building the things, and then just, I guess, building the stuff and doing a battle report. But one of the things I've most enjoyed about my experience on Twitch and live streaming is the nature of the relationship between me and the chat, and I've really enjoyed that process. So while I definitely understand it makes sense to do like presentation style content, like i.e. just make all the stuff at home and do a battle report, I like the idea of going through this with the chat, because I think that the chat create memes, we have fun, it builds a little bit more stuff. And if this works, then this could be my way of going like, cool, we're going to do Lord of the Rings next, or Kill Team, or anything, right? We could have some fun with it, which I like as a focus. It kind of makes it really fun. Yes, that's correct. Necromunda isn't balanced, but the problem is people build OP boring stuff basically just to be trying, and it's fun. Okay, that makes sense. Necromunda can get amazingly broken with all the items, options, and hired mercs, but it's also just fantastic watching a gang level up. Love that. Man reads articles. That's me. Yeah. Okay, well, as long as you guys are enjoying it, like, we'll see. We'll do it, like, we'll do the whole process. We'll get to, like, playing the game on the tabletop. If you guys have loved it, like, if you're watching this as a podcast or listening to it if you listen to podcasts or watch it on YouTube, just leave a comment. And if you're like, yeah, fuck yeah, this is what I'm about, then great. Like, at the end of the day, I'm committing 1 day a week to it. It's not tons, so I'm okay. Do our gang this way. You can build your own gang in your own time. Yeah, 100%. Okay, right. So the blunderbuss is good. So this is great format. Wouldn't have ever looked up anything about this game, and now considering reaching out in the Necromunda gang. I think that's what someone said in the Discord, right? Someone in the Discord said, like, because we have like 4 different things. Someone's like, Rob's done more for Necromunda. Like, there's going to be like a big Necromunda spike right now. Honke said, Rob has done more for Necromunda than any paid shill or Warcom article ever could. They're going to see minor spike in Necro sales and think, damn, people really like hose pipes. Because that's the most recent releases the hose pipes are on, right? I'm not being a Necromunda guy full time. This is just 1 day a week. But we could easily get into being the Lord of the Rings dudes 1 day a week. We got this. We got it, gang. Anyway. Reclaimed autogun Wordkeeper Firebrand Cawdor. It's like an autogun but slightly worse. So this is the reclaimed autogun. The bright side is it's also cheaper. Just like the normal autogun, this weapon will not win games for you, but the fact that it comes only at 10 credits a pop means that using it as a default backup weapon for everyone in your gang is probably the best choice. Rating as B. Like, Necromunda is Squidmar's favourite book. Oh, I love that. My favourite book is this child's book. Anyway, sawn-off shotgun. Incredibly, the sawn-off shotgun actually got a little bit better in House of Faith, but only for word keepers and firebrands. Now they can purchase solid slugs for their sawn-offs, making them marginally useful. What would we live in? Rating D. Okay, so the reclaimed autogun got a B though. Shotgun with solid or scatter ammo has been a rating of B. Alone, it's unassuming, but Redemptionists actually have really good access to special ammo with all the bells and whistles. Unfortunately, the humble shotgun starts a bit too pricey. Curiously, it looks as if they've misprinted the rules for Inferno ammo in House of Faith. They've forgotten to include Blaze and have instead included knockback. Does anyone know what the FAQ situation is with Necromunda? Like, are they on it? Are they like, you would feel, I know this is going to sound insane, but you'd feel like the smaller game systems like Necromunda and Titanicus would have much more like like there would be a lot more kind of back and forth with the developers because they know they're dealing with a much more involved fan base, if that makes sense. So you would assume that there's been more FAQs and they'd be more on it rather than larger game systems where like there was one, I think, but it was updated last April. Oh, in April just gone. Oh, that's rubbish. This is the game system where you would be more involved with the community, not less, right? Anyway. All right, pistols. Auto pistol. Never as valuable as the stub gun, but because it's twice. So pistols are good because if you have a melee weapon and you have a pistol, then you've got 2 melee weapons, which means you get an extra melee attack. That's what I've learned. Okay? Hand flamer. Sorry to continue to beat this drum, but in a world of the blunder pole, any other template weapon is hot garbage. More strength in the flame hit is alright, but it doesn't trigger blaze anymore, so rating C. Okay. The reclaimed auto pistol. Y'all, this is where we're taking about right here. You might notice a theme in our Necrofunday articles where we rank stub guns higher than auto pistols because stub guns are only 5 credits, where auto pistols come in at twice that. But this right here is a pure Cawdor ingenuity, an auto pistol that only cost 5 credits. Now the potential for more shots versus better accuracy and more reliability argument can actually mean something. Rating is a B. Okay. Reclaimed auto pistols in the hands of bone pickers could be deadly, but never expect them to actually hit anything. Never expect them to actually hit anything. Okay, fine. It sounds like you don't have enough faith of the Doomer there, Zegraw, in the chat. Wait, and there's some spice is wild at the minute. Wait, Titanicus... The Adeptus Titanicus spice is wild at the moment. Turns out everyone has been doing weapon arcs wrong since 2018. I couldn't give deets out, but basically the rules as written is stupid, and there's even been an FAQ. That's nuts. That's nuts. 4 years of doing it wrong. Okay, so that's the stub gun. It's hard to beat the humble stubber, but the sidearm choice, 5 credits will take you a long way. Rating B. Okay, so either the reclaimed auto pistol or the stub gun. Special weapons. Okay. I run one Juve with 2 auto pistols, which means he only ever hits on 6s. I have faith. Okay, I love how much you're into this. So special weapon, you've got a combi weapon, auto gun and a flamer. 110 credits! That is expensive. For an unstable flamer and an auto gun, we might have a new candidate for worst weapon in the game, rating F. Don't take that, chat. A fire pike. No, it's not a long-range melter gun like the Eldari Fire Dragons have. It's slightly upgraded flamer for 10 more credits. It gets a little bit of a boost. Has a Redemptionist, can't take blunder poles, but it's still awfully priced for what it does. And it gets a C. Okay. Flamer gets a D. We should only read the stuff that's like good. Grenade launcher gets an A. While the heavy crossbow is still undisputed champion of crowd control for Cawdor fighters, Redemptionists only get access to this absolute gem of a weapon. It's relatively cheap, effective, and you can buy smoke and flash grenades right out the gate. No model exists for Redemptionists with a grenade launcher yet, so some conversion is necessary, but who knows? Maybe we'll see one in the upcoming Cawdor weapon pack. Okay. How many points is it for a sticking Twitter barrage? I don't know, but it gets an A rating from me. Long rifle. Cawdor seriously lack any sort of range support, so cheap, reliable sniper rifle with access to special ammo is clearly M%. A champ with one of these will do very well. Rating B+. Okay. A crossbow is a crowd control weapon. It's like a ballista. Interesting. I think we got it. We have to take not the grenade launcher, the crossbow. There's absolutely no chance we're not taking the crossbow, right? There we go. Heavy weapons. Cawdor heavy crossbow. All you need to know about the heavy crossbow is that it packs a 5-inch blast weapon that can reach out and drop that pie plate at 30 inches. Oh, wow. It also has a crack option for the hard target that needs to go down, and it only costs 125 credits. The heavy crossbow is legitimately a great weapon. If you're going to take an unwieldy weapon, take this one, rating A. Oh, it's an exploding crossbow. Yes, Nogal Matthew, what up? It's an exploding crossbow. Yeah, it's a crossbow that explodes. So, heavy stubber is a C, and then a heavy flame is an F, so we don't need to bother about that. The chain axe is an A, incredible value for excellent weapon, and you can put an exterminator on it. What's not to love? Chainsword is a D. The chain glaive, which we talked about being hot, is a B. If you're making a melee word keeper or emperor forbid a firebrand, this is probably the best weapon for the job. It hit hard and is versatile. Can't go wrong. The cleaver is a B, like an axe, but with AP. Twice the price, though. The eviscerator is a B. It's an oversized chainsaw with a built-in hand flamer. This iconic weapon is a bit pricey, but it's perfect for a redemptor priest or a devotional deacon. Fighting knife is a C. A flail is a B. +1 to hit and +1 strength. Entangle the flail is thinking Cawdor Ganger's choice. It's easily the standout of the pure close combat weapons here. If they're going to be in combat, then you can't make a blunderpole. Give them a flail. Great sword is an A. +1 strength, +1 AP, versatile sever, and +1 to hit. But apparently there isn't a model for the what's it called? The great sword. There isn't one. That sounds better than a Space Marine Eviscerator, unless they always have built-in flamers. Yes. So there's a great sword. We can take a maul, which is a D, and a C. So it sounds like, so far, stuff that we really want to put in our gang if we can is a great sword, or flails. I think flails are cheap. Or cleavers, or a chain axe. We want to do, obviously, the heavy crossbow for heavy weapons. If you can, you want to maybe take a grenade launcher. Pistols, we just want regular pistols. A reclaimed auto pistol or stub gun. If we're doing basic weapons, then it's got to be that Cawdor polearm, which is good. Give me a rat with a great sword. That's all we need. I agree. Grenades, there are different blasting charges. There's blasting charges which get a B. Incendiary charges which get a B. Give them to bone pickers. Anyone not armed with a blunderpole, you'll be happy you did, because 5-inch blasts with blaze are extremely useful. And that's blasting charge, top choice for bomb rats, the excellent strength and charge, and damage make up for the reduced range, B+. And then I'm going to have to buy so many kits just to get one bit of weapon. This is going to be... so we talked about bomb rats. There's some other nonsense which we don't care about. Items to target at the trading post, which we don't... Items to target at the trading post. Suspensors. Okay, so this is at the trading post. The heavy crossbow is really good, but wouldn't it be better if your champ could move and fire with it? Go grab some suspensors and watch your crossbow do a ton of work each battle. Okay, so we need some suspensors for our crossbows. Gunk bombs not only slow enemies down, but also have the blaze threshold from 4+ to 2+. This is huge for a gang where everyone can potentially have a blaze weapon. Grab some for your rat guy or frontliner and howl with laughter as your opponent whole gang catches fire. So stick a gunk bomb on a rat, run it forward, drop the gunk, explode the gunk with your flame poles, and burn stuff. Right? Okay. And then we've got giant rats. They're cheap. They can screen your fighters from charges, and they can give your fighters much needed assistance in combat. Bros, we can buy giant rats. We can have rat bombs and giant rats. We can max rats. That feels like what we have to do. It's your choice again, chat. Then boning swords. You might remember from our coverage of the Culture Radicals, but we're Gargar for boning swords. Cawdor gangs will tend to get in melee more often than not, so it will a little bit help that department from a solid and cheap option is always appreciated. Okay. Show me immediately. I don't know where the giant rats... They're going to be on Forge World, aren't they? Forge World. Let's go. Biggest Ratus. Yes. Biggest Ratus. Necromunda, and then House Cawdor, although I'm not sure it's just House Cawdor. Dude, there's a Cawdor Stig Shambler. He looks great. Oh my god. There's a guy called Rattus Tatterskin. The house... Oh, they're the bomb rats. Okay. Obviously, they're amazing. And there's some head upgrade sets. So I don't know where the giant rats are, actually. It doesn't look like there are giant rats. Sod Forge World 3D prints. Oh yeah, I could just print some giant rats. That's super true. They've completely convinced me just to get fucking anything. I've fallen for it massively. But I don't think they're a giant... I would like to see what their version of giant rats are. Like, are giant rats? They've got cats. They've got the bomb rats. I feel like we need to buy the legit bomb rats. Or is that just me being, like... Is that just me being a shill? Like, do you know what I mean? I just feel like if we're going to bomb rat it up, we should at least get the legit OG bomb rats. I feel like. They're so funny. Rats with candle top hats. I mean, yeah, they're perfect. Right, a simp. I agree. The bomb rats are adorable. Exactly. Like, they're adorable. I love the fact we haven't even got into hired guns yet. We're not even at the hired gun stage. I can't wait for wherever we're going to get, like, later on down the line when we're at hired gun stage. But we'll do that later. Okay, so the friend zone. So this is stuff we're going to be able to do later. If you can find the STL that's better, go for it, but that's a great sculpt. I think that's a great sculpt. I agree. The first question you should be asking when you're considering converting up House Brute should be, is this thing going to look super cool? I don't know what a House Brute is. If the answer is yes, then by all means keep my showing Garbage Pail Master Blaster. The next question is a distant second place. Does this thing fill a role that my gang is elsewise lacking? For the Stig Shambler, the answer is a resounding maybe. As a heavy stubber, so that we looked at this, didn't we? This, not the Raticus. Where is the big guy? The Stig Shambler is kind of the big dude. But I think this is only later. Like, we don't need to look at this yet because we're not at the stage where we're going to get like, oh wow, 3D print giant rat bundle pre-supported. Okay, we found giant rats. I think they're very big. Arguably too big. I think we could just print rats. Okay, I think those might be overly big. Anvil Industry do bomb rats too. Is there a link? Okay, I like that idea. Use actual rats. All right, so I don't think we need to talk about brutes or pets or hangers-on yet. Any of those things. There's a hive preacher. There's a flagellator. Yeah, where's the guy? The Cawdor exclusive hanger-on. Yeah, I don't think we need to talk about any of that yet. We'll come back to that once we've done our first battle. So that's probably months away, right? That is why you scale them down. That's true. That's true. Okay, so we don't need to talk about any of that. Okay, so we know what we're doing. I think, chat, we know what we're doing. We can build. We can build in. We can build ourselves a Cawdor gang. Right? That's what we can do. We can build ourselves a Cawdor gang now, I'm pretty certain. I think we got this together. So, we can do this. Hello, Jonas. Hello, welcome to the chat. We need a Doomer and a crossbow. Yeah, we actually need to know what the different trees of faith are. Roughly what the different trees of faith are. Because it didn't tell us what the different trees of faith were. And I would like to know at least... Oh, yes. Thanks, Liam. Oh, here we go. The articles of faith. Okay. Faith dice, generating faith dice. The faiths. Okay, we need to work about this. We're gonna, yeah. Let's look at the articles of faith first. Let me just go grab it because that's the thing that we're going to need. Thank you to Liam for sending them, by the way. Appreciate it loads. Okay, so we know about the articles of faith, right? So can I just click through all these? Hold on. Let me make it so we can. Yeah, there we go. And then we can find out a load of stuff from this. I hope everyone's having a good time. I'm having a good time. This is fun. I can't wait to see what you all pick. It's going to be so weird. Oh no. Okay. If I just open them all up individually. Oh no. When it comes to like FAQs and stuff, you mentioned earlier that you usually dealt with lots of house rules, etc. I used to have a Google Doc that had a PDF that was all the rules from the books and house all sorted nicely. If I could find it, I'll send it your way. Thanks, that would be great. No bother, mate. Just got all the books in PDF. Can send you the images or files. I would love that. Thank you. I have a gang of bomb rats, and they're called the Bomb and Jerry Kids. I am new and I don't know what you're doing. Hello, Jonas. You probably should leave because this isn't for the weak-hearted. We're becoming Necromunda weirdos. There's a YouTube video you can go and watch where the sound may or may not work from last week, and then this week the chat are picking a gang. I need to try and I can't make the pictures here better for the Articles of Faith. Is there not like a Wikipedia link for the Articles of Faith somewhere? Or are they not on like Yak Tribe? This is literally a website designed for this entire thing. Surely they have all the rules as a resource on here as well. Like there has to be some sort of like resource. I don't know if anyone's got some sort of resource. No, I think people just circulate the PDF I mentioned. I love how even underground Necromunda rule sharing is. Like I love that's where we're at. That they're at. Oh my god, here are some also additionally great bomb rats. Can we just talk about those for a minute? Green Stuff World do bomb rats with little TNT. One of them's got a missile. One of them's got a little... Okay, that's pretty good. That's pretty good for a tiny bomb rat. Like for the chat. Did we set on Esh yet? If not, why not? No, we did not. You are the chat gang, are the rat gang. All right, fuck it. Like, we'll do the Articles of Faith another time. We'll just pick on blind instinct. We'll pick an Article of Faith, okay? Because it's fine. We're Doomers, not Koomas. Okay. Right, so we're going to pick House Cawdor, right? That's what we're doing. You guys are going to be weird. House Cawdor goes. I don't know what the difference between Got You and HOF is. That's Gangs of the Underhive, and that's Houses of whatever. But which one do we pick? Like, do we pick either or? Shame there's pick House of Faith. Okay, we'll choose that then. Name of your gang. Rat Gang. That's what the name of the gang is called. It's called the Rat Gang. If you have their codex. We've got every codex eventually. Alright, so we need to add the leader. How do we add a leader? Okay, so this is using this for the first time, just so everyone knows. So I'll try and blow it up a little bit so you can see. So there's a bunch of options on the side here for gang controls. Add a fighter, add hired gun. So add a fighter. Okay, and I assume... Alright, so going back to the article, let's put these together. Where's the article? Choosing your fighters. Okay, we want the one that gives us the rat leadership. Okay, that's definitely what we do. So that means that we need to choose party skills and choose to have the faith. They're pretty good. This is a great Cawdor desperately. So we're gonna make someone the Lord of Rats. Okay, so we need to pick a leader, and I don't know which is the leader. A firebrand? It's got to be one of those. Oh my god, this is so cool. You have to know all of the words. So we want a leader. Our leaders are either a word keeper or a priest, or a redemptor priest. Word keeper or priest. Okay. It's not in here. Word keeper or a priest. Okay. Can we? Leader name should be Robus Rattus. It's you in the chat. I'm going to name them after you. Are you going to do a bidding system, name your gang like you did for the printer naming ceremony? Yeah, maybe. Maybe we'll design them first, and then we'll give them names after, which could be fun. So Surely you'll be able to edit it when we create it. I've put the PDF, all the rules in Discord. Thank you, Budget Bolter. You're great. You just pick leader. There isn't a leader option. Yes, we either need to choose a word keeper. This is it, chat. This is the time. Okay, so voting has started for the leader. If you want to choose a corridor word keeper, then fine, go for that. But if you would like the Lord of the Rats skill tree, that's only available, I think, to the Redemptor Priest. Right? That's the thing to be aware of. So yeah, so that's what you need to do. So you if you choose word keeper, you won't be able to be the Lord of Rats. So that's where you're at. So you've got to make a choice on the vote now to see what you decide to do. As a gang, this is yours. Piety is secondary to word keeper. The word keeper. No, you need to be a Redemptor Priest if you want access to the Lord of the Rats, which is piety skills. Piety skills are introduced to House of Faith. They're mostly great. So, yeah, in House of Faith, piety skills. On a fanatical side, champion art. The good thing about deacons is they have substantially better skills with access to the piety tree, but lack access. Oh, no, wait, hold on, no. Yeah, they gain access to the new piety skill tree. Yeah. Word keeper gets rats, though. The word keeper gets rats? Does he? No, the Redemptor Priest has got the rat skill. Redemptor Priest can take Lord of Rat skill. Okay. Word Keeper can take rats, but can't take Lord of Rat skill. Oh. Gosh. Okay, so that's something to be conscious of. Do you want the leader to be armed with rats, or do you want to be the Lord of Rats? That's actually pretty hot. So Redemptor Priest, Lord of Rats, Word Keeper can carry rats. This is pretty intense. Let's view the results right now. And Redemptor Priest, 68%. Some other ganger can carry the rats. Okay. Wow. All right, so that's it. So we're taking a Redemptor Priest. Okay, easy peasy. Redemptor Priest. Redemptionist Specialist. The Priest, the Word Keeper. So he's the priest, isn't he? Yeah, this is the guy. Purchase, yes. Let's just double check, make sure I'm doing this right. Leader, Redemptor Priest. Ladies and gentlemen, you've got your first character. Name, leader for now, and then we'll name them later. Okay, Bosch. He's in the gang. You can take Lord of Rats as a secondary skill later in the campaign. When it comes to choosing skills, Yak Tribe doesn't explain what they do. If you click the PDF in Discord, you can view skills by clicking on the skills section on the contents. Oh my god. Let's do that. Is it in the Necrofunday tab? Let's go. Yes, let's do that. And then, hold on, let's bring this up as well. I'll include a link to this in the show notes as well for people who are watching, because I'm just a fucking good guy. Oh my god, Necrofunday the rules. Well done, whoever put this together. Updated quite recently. If players can't agree on a decision, for example, line of sight, simply roll off to avoid lengthy arguments to keep the game running smoothly. Oh my god. There is so much stuff. Oh my god, it clicks. Marksman. Okay. Drawbacks. Alright, there's loads of stuff there. Alright, good. Fuck, I've got a lot of tabs open. Let me close some tabs up. Because we just got loads of tabs for no reason here. Alright. We're back in the room. I heard pie and tea skills were sold. Yeah, you fools. I agree. Right. Now I see why you're staring down industrial terrain. There you go, Dave Carter. There you go. What's this? I heard pie and tea skills were sold. Okay. Leave the rat tab open, you brute. It's okay. All right. So then we need to... so we got our leader. We need a starting skill. So let's edit this bad boy up. Okay. Starting skill. Starve the fighter. I don't want to sell him to guilders. Oh my god. Let's give him starting skill. Alright, so he needs piety. Lord of Rats. Done. Absolutely done. There you go. We have now got the leader is the Lord of Rats. Congratulations. Done. All right, so now we need some equipment. Okay, this is going to be... So he's going to be just the main bro, right? So what does it say that we need to give him? Very good access to equipment and primary skill access to the new piety skill tree makes this a premier choice for core leadership. While the word keeper... So they suggest a chain axe with exterminator, eviscerator, cheapo pistols, a book of redemption, mesh armor, and cherub servitors. Right? Thanks, Rima. Appreciate you. Recommended equipment: chain axe with exterminator, eviscerator. So should we just go with the recommended equipment? A fancy hat. I think fancy hat is later down the line. I don't think it's current fancy hat. Let's just take all of this. Chain axe with exterminator, 100%. It's a fucking chainsaw with a flamethrower. Okay. Okay. So then we need to give him equipment. He needs... is it a special weapon? Is it a heavy weapon? A special weapon? Fire pike or grenade launcher? Nope. Is it a melee weapon? It's not a heavy weapon. Heavy flamer. Oh, I guess this is just what he's got access to, right? Equipment. Oh, he's got the Book of Redemption. Like you guys said, you wanted that. Isn't that what we got told we should take? A Book of Redemption. Book of Redemption. So he's going to get a Book of Redemption. Isn't he going to be like super kitted out? This is loads of points. Right? Oh boy. Wait, we've added it. Do we add it or buy it? Surely you buy it. Okay, yeah. I don't know how we take one away now. I've given him 2 things. I don't want 2 books of redemption. Oh no. Oh no. Have we fucked it up already? I would like to sell something that I just bought. Edit. Where's remove? Where's the remove option? Bin. There we go. Yes, I'd like to remove one. Let's go. Good. Thanks for binning it off. Pyromantic mantle, fire hat, and your 45 creds close combat weapon can set people on fire. Does the Book of Redemption interact with rats in any way? I don't know. I don't think it does. Okay? I'm just looking for the options. I don't know how to do this. A chain axe. I think we got to give him a chain axe. Close combat weapon. This is what it says. Let's give him a chain axe with exterminator. Sorry. We need to give him that. Chain axe. It doesn't say chain axe with exterminator. It just says chain axe. That's rubbish. It does say to take some cherub servitors, though. This guy's going to be so expensive. Scrap shield. Oh, wait, hold on. He's going to have a scrap shield, cheapo pistols, and a blunder pole. No, not this guy, sorry. The leader. Redemptor. No, so chain axe with exterminator, eviscerator, cheapo pistol, book of redemption, mesh armor, and cherub servitors. It's going to cost 1,000,000 points. Cherub servitors are 55 points. I guess he is our leader and the Lord of Rats, but it still seems very expensive as a dude. Yes.com, what up? This might be an equipment list to start up to. Maybe check him out in example gangs on the bottom of the page. Oh, that's a good shout. That's a good shout. Let's go do that very quickly. Okay, this guy. So this is a starter gang, 180 points. Mastercrafted chain axe with exterminator, stub gun, smoke grenades, and mesh armor. Okay. Word keeper. A word keeper, rain of blows. Mastercrafted two-handed axe, hand flamer. Bros. Book of Redemption, use basic action, friendly units with 6 inches reroll. Unless I'm mistaken, Lord of Rats just buffs Juve, so we might save points there. Don't skimp on equipment for the Lord of Rats. I feel like we've already given him too many points. This motherfucker costs 205 points, and we haven't given him a weapon. So I feel like we just need to give him mesh armor. Let's do that, because that's apparently what you do. Where's armor? Armor. So we're just going to give him mesh armor, right? Let's buy that, because it's not very expensive. Then let's give him no ammo. Doesn't get any of that. Oh, is Exterminator the ammo? Okay, let's just give him a good weapon. So we're probably going to fuck off the Book of Redemption to start with, because that's not... I think that's maybe like a late game thing. And we don't want that right now. So let's remove that. And then, what are we going to give him? He's currently got mesh armor and cherub servitors, whatever they do. And then he needs a weapon. Heavy weapon? No. A close combat weapon. He's going to get the Eviscerator. That is so expensive. He can have a chain axe to start. That's what he can have, not the Eviscerator. Chain axe with Exterminator. Okay, so buy that, and then we're going to buy the Exterminator. Okay, so he starts out with that. So we've given him, he's expensive, he's 215 points. We've only got 1,000 credits to start. Right, oh, plus a stub gun. Take the Eviscerator. I've done it, I've taken it. Okay, special weapons. So we're going to take the stub gun. Stub gun, buy, because then he gets an extra combat attack. Okay, so he's 220 points. Ah, dude, that is pricey. Yeah, that's pricey. Exterminator is listed under ammo on Yak Tribe as one-shot flamer. Thank you very much. Okay, so that's our guy. Our leader is the Lord of Rats. He's got a stub gun, mesh armor, chain axe, cherub servitor, and exterminator. Right? We got rid of the book. We can't. The book's 55 points. All right, we'll come back to this. Okay, this is going to cost so many points. All right, next up, we need another fighter. So let's add another dude back to our gang. Right, so we need, let's hire another dude. How do we go back to our gang? Rat gang. Okay. Let's add a fighter. So now we need to add a champion. And our champions are, no, not Age Sigmar stats. Not this. This. Our champions are, and apparently you need to try max champions. So we'll get max champions. Is Cawdor Firebrand, and then the Redemptor. No, wait. Yeah, the Cawdor Firebrand or the Deacon. So, yeah. Your total credits might be messed up, by the way. If you don't select and sell, press bin instead. Oh, no. Does he have a pie tie? Get a rat handling guy next. Well, we need the I don't think the champions are the rat handlers. I don't think that's what they do. I think it's going to just be our regular gangers. Firebrand needed for crossbow. I mean, well, there's a no-brainer there. Let's just go straight into the Firebrand. That seems fine. Yeah, I think chat want a crossbow. So, like, I don't think there's a problem with going for a crossbow. So we need a Firebrand who's 90 points. Whoa. And this is going to be crossbow dude. Initially, and then you guys can name them in a bit. Okay, so crossbow dude, Firebrand. There we go, crossbow dude. So let's edit the crossbow dude. Let's give him some equipment. He needs a heavy crossbow. It's 125 points. My guys, does he need any armor? He surely doesn't need any armor. He's at the back of the board. Should we give him some flak armor? Let's give him some flak armor. Don't know what that does. My guy's fine. He's 225 points. We have not got any points left. We are fucked. We are fucked. Like, you can't, like, I think maybe you're meant to build up to this stuff, right? Like, how much are just regular dudes? Okay, let's just move out of this guy. Let's go back to the rat gang. Okay, let's just build a regular fighter, right? Which is... How much is a regular fighter? Hold on. Regular fighters are called the Cawdor Brethren. Cawdor Brethren. Okay, so that's what we want. Cawdor Brethren. Brethren Specialist, just a Brethren. 45 points. It's fine. Jeeves are 20 creds and a pistol is 5 creds. Okay, so, and we know that we want to take, so this is going to be Dude 1. No, wait, Ganger 1, and then we'll name them in a bit. Ganger 1. And then we want to edit Ganger 1, and we want to give him flak is 6+ and flame. So he has to have the basic weapon, which is this polearm blunderbuss, which is apparently the business, and we give him armor. Do we? Which is flak armor. And do we need to give him a close combat weapon? Or is that what the polearm blunderbuss does? Like, is that it? Is our ganger just like, how many points does he cost now? 95 points. Blunder stick. Yeah, a polearm blunderbuss. Yeah, I think that's the thing that you take, the blunderbuss polearm. Yeah, that's the, like, pro weapon. Yes. Corridor, polearm, blunderbuss, reclaimed autogun, flak armor, and incendiary charges. Who's going to have the rats? You get a Brethren Specialist for free at Gang Creation. It's a ganger with a free skill. You get a Brethren Specialist for free at Gang Creation. You get a Brethren at Gang Creation. So he gets a free skill. I maybe not a Necrofunday Taxmaster, but the only thing that Ganger needs are the rats. I agree. I agree. Listen, we're just going to build like the basic crew, and then we'll just add all the shit around it, right? So Ganger 1 Brethren, can we just duplicate this guy? Surely you can just duplicate Ganger 1. Because you just need the same guy again. Duplicate fire? There's got to be duplicate fire as an option. Oh my god. That is disastrous. Okay, we're going to do... you can. Where is it? How do I duplicate? I've got edit, but I haven't got duplicate as an option. 3 times dude with big bang stick. Yeah, that's what I want. Add corridor Brethren with specialist tick to get the bomb rats. Without specialist, the ganger will not have access to the rats, I don't think. All our guys are unique and special, no dupes. Oh, wait, our crossbow dude's missing skill. So wait, I need to hire what? A add fighter, and we're going to add a Brethren Specialist. Okay, and this guy, oh wait, this is going to be Rat Ganger. Okay, this is how we're going to get our rats. This bro, 45 points. So you get a free Brethren Specialist. Let's edit this bad boy up. Does he need a skill? Oh no, it's equipment, isn't it? It's an equipment that he's got. Bomb delivery rats. Let's go. Bomb delivery rats. And then he also needs like a special type of grenade. Blast charges. That's what he needs. Wow, they're expensive. 35 points for our blast charging rat. He's 110 points. He's got no armor, no close combat weapons. He's just a dude with a rat. He's just a dude with a rat. Does he need armor? I feel like he needs some armor. Or is it, can we not? Surely, this is just a terrible loadout. Chat, I really don't feel like I'm doing very well here. I feel like you need like 3 degrees to build a Necromunda gang that is not remotely shit. All of the normal Cawdor can take bomb rats. Redemptionists can't take them. All of the normal Cawdor can take bomb rats. Redemptionists can't take them. Okay. Armor's not very good in this game. I feel like he needs another rat. I agree. Rat Ganger is expendable. Can't you make rat juves? Like, if we just build a rat like, if all the juves have rats, then those boys, he needs a grenade, surely. What, do you have to buy grenades as well? You've got bomb delivery rats, and then I bought a grenade. It's 110 points for our Rat Ganger Specialist. Jews are intelligence 8+. So they're not very good at rat delivery, is what you're saying. Okay, so we want Rat Gangers. Can you have more than one Specialist? That's the real question. So I know you need a leader, which we've done. We've given him too much stuff. We've taken a champion who's way too expensive. He's 225 points. Rat Jeeves are like 50 points each. Rob, search what Lord of Rat does. I've searched for it. It doesn't do anything. But like, we're not taking it because it does anything. Look, +2 cool and willpower to friendly Jeeves within line of sight. Rats cannot come within 3 inches of this character. So Bomb Rat meme lords will tell you this skill is good, but don't listen to them. Right? And someone says, in here he says, hot take, bomb rats are a waste of credits, which is why friendship ended with this. Famous barrier to entry, make an army listed Necromunda. I'm so confused. But then again, I haven't read the whole rulebook, and I've just read a couple of articles. So that's super fair that I'm like doing a terrible job so far of actually building the list. Like, it's because we're trying to do stuff. We know what we want is they say that we want 3 gangers with just regular gangers with the pole arm. What's it called? Yeah, the pole arm. What is this that you've sent me, Tristan? Ratus. Oh wait, is there someone's written a rat list? Hold on. Wait, is this your list? Or someone else has written this list for us? Because I feel like if someone else has written this list for us, we could just use this. This is a bomb rat list. I refuse to believe that bomb rats are a waste of time on the basis of models alone. I agree. So there's an already existing bomb rat list from someone who's written it. It's 1,000 credits. We've got our leader. Obviously, we could change this. There's a guy with a can on his head. What a guy. Copy and paste. I agree. Let's do this. Let's just copy and paste this. He's got the leader. We can just change some bits out. His let's just copy and paste it. Clone gang. Creates a duplicate of the entire gang in your account. I'd like to clone that. Okay. The copy of Ratus. Let's edit this. So the leader is just the Lord of Rats. He's got mesh armor, blunderbuss, and Emperor's Wrath rounds. And then where's his oh wait, is this our leader? Skills, bull charge, absolutely no. Lord of Rats. Immediately change this list to make it worse. Oh wait, he's chosen not the best guy. Not very narrow. As long as the leader with Lord of Rats sticks right next to the rat specialist, as long as the Lord with leader rat sticks next to the rat specialist, it's likely to guess horribly wrong and straight away baby. Stick with your list. Are you telling what? My list isn't even a list. Okay, what did this guy do at least? Let's at least look at the list so we can get some inspiration. So he's taken a champion with mesh bomb armor and delivery rats. Then another champion just with flak armor and hurl, right? Then he's taken a ganger with just flak armor and a long rifle, a juve with an axe, a ganger with a blunderbuss and flak armor, another ganger with blunderbuss and flak armor, another ganger with flak armor. There's only one bomb rat guy. Right. Who is anal hard? Alright, okay, fine. We'll make our own gang. Okay, we'll make our own gang. Only one bomb rat. I know, right? Okay, we won't take advice from the list writer anal hard. Right, okay, I think we need to look at our main leader. He's too many points. This is what I'm worried about. He's not getting cherub servitors. I don't know what they are. Maybe he can get them later. But right now, that's too much equipment. He doesn't deserve them. He hasn't done anything to deserve having cherub servitors, so I'm getting rid of them. Get rid. I'd like to sell that back or something. Yes. Yeah, he needs to earn them, right? We've reached some massive hurdle thinking. Don't be like that, right? We're gonna get there. Okay, we do this together. We'll do this as a team. Okay, so we've got our leader and we've got Crossbow Bro. The Crossbow Bro might have to fuck off initially because he's a champion and he might need to not have a crossbow and instead also have rats. If we're going max rats, yeah, we're going for max rats. Yeah, so no crossbow for this guy. I'm sorry, gang. So let's sell that. Get that out of here. Right, and then he needs to have the equipment bomb delivery rats, obviously. Ammo. He needs grenades, which means he needs blasting charges. We've done that, and then he can have some armor. He can have some flak armor, which he's already got. Okay, all right. So that he's no longer called Crossbow Dude. I'm sorry, Crossbow Dude. We need to change your name in a moment. We'll do that in a minute. Okay. I'll leave you 5 minutes, you take away my crossbow. Yeah, like... Can we vote on the crossbow? Okay, yeah, that seems fair. Let's vote on the crossbow. Yeah, that makes sense. So, new poll in the chat. Crossbow or rats? You guys get to vote. Crossbow or rats? Okay. Crossbow. And then rats. You guys get to vote. This means less rats. So, Like, you guys, the vote is in the poll right now. Why not both Ron? Because you can no, because it's either max rats, because there's only a certain amount of people who can take the rat skill. We need a mix of crossbow and rats. You guys get to choose. It's in the chat. I think that if you only buy one blasting charge, you can only deploy one rat a game. I think from that ganger, so you might want to have another weapon as well. No, I know that you re-roll like on a 4-up, Ziggy. Right? We need a mix of crossbows and rats. Okay. Well, the vote is in. Okay, the vote is in. You guys can decide. Crossbow or rats. Crossbow. It's crossbow and rats, but it's crossbow or max rats. Oh, guys, you guys want a crossbow, don't you? Oh no. I used all my channel points again on the rats. It's either max rats or max. It's rats and crossbow. I blew 126 channel points on the wrong vote. Oh no. So it looks like, yeah, you guys get to choose. But it looks like you're going for having a crossbow as well. Okay. Fine. Fine. Where is it? Need to keep points back to get named in the gang. It's also true. Need to be conscious of that. I think I'm going to have to clean this up. Like, the vote on the gang will have to be, like, next week. I think that's going to have to be next week. Because, like, we should set that up properly. So once we've decided on what's in the gang, you guys, I'll publish it in the Discord, and I'll say, this is what's in the gang, and then you can choose which one of the gang members you're going to try and vote to be next week. And then we'll do a little nameplate on the bottom of the miniature, and then we'll name it. 100,000 points. I have so many points to blow on this vote. Oh, he's come back to max rats! Oh, it's back! What? No crossbow max rats! Oh no! No one expected it! It's going up! Oh no! All the channel points. Oh, it's coming back. Oh my god, this is going to be so close. There's like minutes. There's like a minute left. Right. Oh my god, 50-50. Crossbow people P sitting down. Oh, it's back to crossbow. Oh my god. That was so close. The poll has got like 15, 20 seconds left. Yell at the ratman to deploy rats faster. If you give the rat leader overseer skill, you can yell at the ratman to deploy rats faster. That's pretty good. And the vote is in. Oh, crossbow won it with 52%. Oh boy. Oh boy. That was close. You can't see the vote. It's right there, baby. Wesdai contributed 98,000 channel points. Look at the beautiful vote. Yeah, there we go. 52-48. The chat divided. Good outcome. Yeah. Let's go, Wesdai. You got it. This is yeah. All right. So then that means you're getting a crossbow. I know that 48% you aren't going to be happy, but I'm going to call you rat moaners. And the bobateers. That's what's going to be funny. Yeah, rat moaners. Okay. All right. No bomb delivery rat for this guy, I'm afraid. This chat's 50% terrible. People, bring the chat together. I'm trying to bring the chat together. You must. Yeah, you got to. Yeah, you like. Let's stop the division in the chat. We must all come together now, and you must be what you must be. So we're gonna get rid of. No, not this. We need basic weapons. No, this is our leader. No, not the leader. We need crossbow dude. He's back to being a crossbow dude. Okay. Close combat. No. Equipment. No bomb delivery rat. I'm afraid. And then no grenades. I'm afraid. So blasting charges. Can you sell these? Oh no. I'd like to sell my bomb delivery rat, if it's possible. Heavy weapons, no. Grenade equipment, heavy weapons. So he's going to go for the heavy crossbow. Okay. No wait for crossbow dividend. Yeah, anyway that includes crossbow in the budget. You now need to make the crossbow success. You do. Yeah. I need to try and get rid of the blasting charges, so we might have 35 more gold. He also needs a skill. So we need a starting skill, which, according to this guy, if we do crossbow bro, heavy crossbow, skill-wise, you're going to want to go with something defensive from the combat tree, so you're not going to get any mileage out of anything else. I don't know what any of the combat tree stuff does. So, agility, combat, to the PDF. Oh my god. No wonder no one plays this game. Get out. What is this? Why aren't these cards? Oh my goodness. Step aside is the default, really. I tried to warn you. We can have other guys be rat dudes. It's going to be fine. That's true. It's the crunchiest of rule sets. What is this page? Like, no one is playing this. This is content page. Okay. There is no way. This is... You need like 7 degrees. Someone just tell us one to choose from the chat. Like, just someone tell me. Like, individual models have facing. Oh my goodness. This is absolutely... Ratus Tatuskin is in here, though. I want to know what he does. Get me to that page. Just pick rat. Yes, step aside. Okay, someone in the chat has just told me, so we're just choosing step aside. Okay, so combat, wherever that is, as a skill, step aside. Okay, congratulations. That's what he's got. It's not very democratic, but that's where we are. It doesn't feel fine. I agree. Budget Bolter is my guy. Yeah, he's doing great. So him and Zregor are both, like, on it. It's not as bad as when you actually play, since you really have a very small amount of rules to actually know. It's just the amount of rules that you can pick from, I guess. But it's quite cool, right? Because you get to build some like super narrative with it, right? Okay, so we've done our leader, we've done our crossbow dude, we've done Ganger 1, and then we've done our Rat Ganger specialist. But didn't we say we wanted Rat Ganger Juves? Isn't that the point? Is that the if we have Juves, because our leader has got the Lord of Rats, rats can't come near us. So if we get Juves, if we have Juves with rats, we can send out maximum rats on the first turn. I don't know how many rats we can send out on the first turn. I assume it's maximum rats. And then we just bomb them. Ratganger Juve is my rap name. Pick rats. The poll was only advisory anyway. No, we've done. Maximum Rats is my first album. Good. Okay, so we got the leader, we got the crossbow dude, we've got the ganger that we're meant to take. We need to duplicate this ganger. Would like to duplicate Ganger 1. Please let me duplicate Clone Gang, Gang Image, Gang Sheet, Gang Cards. Wait, Gang Cards? Oh, that's cool. It prints out what your stuff is. How fucking cool is that website? It's like created the rules for us. Bro, that's pretty cool. Okay. We need another champion. What leader did you go for, Rob? I went for, the chat voted for a word keeper with the Lord of Rats skill. And then we need to add... we haven't got enough points. I just need you all to know that. We are foobar on points. Not my crossbow. Yeah. Okay, so we need to add another champion. Right? Which is... The champions are either a Cawdor Firebrand or a Deacon. And if we take a Cawdor champion, he eventually could have another crossbow. The Cawdor Firebrand. And then there's the Deacon, who could have a grenade launcher eventually, which is apparently quite good. But I feel like we've gone very heavily into the crossbow team now. So crossbow, take a Deacon with the Eviscerator. Wonga loan for more gangers. I know, like we've got like no points. Like, look, we're gonna have to just go for a regular. We're gonna have to go for like, just a cheap. This is, you know, when you've hit like the emotional wall. Like, this is why net listing is good. There should just be pros who are like, "What do you want?" You're like, "I'd like max rat gang list, please." And they're like, "Here you go." And you're like, "Thank you. This is all I wanted to do. Stop. I don't want any more questions for today. Thank you." Like, this is a paid for service, 100%. Right? That's like a job on Fiverr where you're just like, "Please write me a list." Like, I completely believe in that. Anyway, we need just a champ. We're going to get a regular champ, so we can either have a deacon or a firebrand. We're going to have a firebrand, a corridor firebrand. This guy, and he's like champ 2 for the moment. We'll buy him. He's 90 points. List slave. I go to an event. I'd like something wacky with a hint of mortal wound spam. Chop chop. This is smelly crossbow plus rat gang. Listen, I agree, but the chat voted. You guys have got like some real issues with what you are, basically. So champ 2 goes up. So champ 2, he's got no equipment at the minute. Champ 2, a firebrand. Let's give him some flak armor. Let's give him just like basic shit. Armor. He's gonna have flak armor. His basic weapon is gonna be the blunderbuss. Oh no. I want a balance of weirdos. I would add Juves and blunderbuss gangs from here. I agree. Get Deacon with a grenade launcher, frack and smoke. We can't afford it. Bro, it's so expensive. What, in today's economy, you're expected to be able to buy a Deacon with a grenade launcher, right? You're out your mind. Let's make him, should we make him close combat? I think he's not meant to be a close combat guy. I think he's meant to be a shooter guy. We could take a not this guy, if you wanted to. We could delete him and have the other champ to be a super weirdo. We are not made of credits, right? Like, we don't have tons of credits. What are we going to give him? He needs a skill as well. And we already know what skill we're taking him. Can you have the same skill twice? That's my question. Combat, step aside. He can take that. Is that the one you want? What's another good skill that we can give them? I like how we don't know what any of the skills do. Just guessing. Just absolutely fucking guessing what the skills do. Yeah, you can say, okay, we're doing that. Same skill twice. Let's go step aside. Okay. No idea what that does. Hurl lets you throw people off gantries. Okay, let's do hurl. Let's obviously do whatever that is. Hurl. Where's hurl? Give me hurl. Why is it for twats? I'm in. Get rid of step aside. Let's go for hurl. Which means this guy's going to be a combat lad. Let's give him a combat weapon. Close combat. Let's give him chain glaive is way too expensive. Great sword, 40 points, way too expensive. Like, we're going to have to give him like an axe. We're going to get a flail. All right, we'll give him a flail. Okay, fine. And then he's got some combat armor, flak armor, and a flail. That's all he gets. Where is gung for rats? Yeah, listen, we're good. Okay, so we've got 750 points, but I think I might have fucked up the points on the leader because I think I got rid of some stuff, but I didn't sell it. So we might actually have more points than that. So we need to run a calculator. 165. Hold on. Let's run a calculator on this. I cannot believe how fucking crunchy this is. It's like you must read 933 books before you can play. And then even then you're like, this is very expensive. I can't believe how expensive the crossbow dude is. Why did you guys want the crossbow dude? He's crazy. 165 plus 260 plus 120. This is so funny. Like, this is what it takes. Plus 110. There's no way you're getting zoomers into this. Like, absolute, so 750. So that is right. We have spent 750. Goliath can spam Nerves of Steel at a skill and it's very strong. You can edit your gang's credit stash at the top of the page. It's okay. 750 is right. That's right. We've spent the right amounts. So we don't have, like, bros, we need more gangers. You're meant to have 10 dudes in your starting team, and we've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Like, the Expo guy's a large blast template. That's why you want it. He's very expensive though. 260. Okay. So then we've only got, like, I think we need more ganger. Like, you need either, like, Juves. We just need Juves, right? And then, because you guys want the mass thing, right? Like, so you want 3 Juves. So, okay, let's add a Juve. Let's add 3 terrible Juves. Let's do that. No, go back to the rat gang. Oh, no, gang manager. Okay, rat gang. Okay, so we need to add a fighter, and he's just going to be a basic cheap Juve, which is a bone picker, and he costs. So this is Juve 2. Okay, and he gets nothing. It's 20 points. Juve 2. You can have a knife or something in a minute. 3 Juves with a pistol and a knife. Okay, it's rough being in the Underhive. You get literally nothing. Stub gun or reclaimed auto pistol. Stub gun. Let's buy that. But I'm just thinking this is Seraphon Army. You've just done the characters now. Add the skinks. Okay. And then we're going to give him a knife. Close combat weapon is a knife. A fighting knife is 15 points. No way. Flail's 20. Axe is 10. Let's do an axe. It's 10 points. Right? Okay. 10 points for the axe. 15. So our total value for the Juves comes to 35 points. Okay, and we need 3 Juves. I don't know why there's not like a duplicate Juve. I really wish there was a duplicate Juve option. Clone gang, gang image, add fighter, another Juve, bone picker. So this is Juve 3. So we're at Juve 3. And he's going to be another cheap-ass bitch. Stub guns are good for Juves, as you get +2 to hit to mitigate the poor ballistic skill. Okay. Well, we're just going to go for the cheapest possible. Right, what's the equipment? Stub gun. No, we're just going to go for the stub gun. And then, like we said, close combat weapon, the axe. Okay. We are going to need to buy some upgrade kits because this is pretty funny. Like, I definitely doubt the original bot. Okay, so we've got 3 Juves. Okay, one of them is a ganger. So we've got a ganger. We've got a rat Juve. We have a ganger with rats. So we've got double rats, crossbow dude, firebrand dude, priest dude. And we've got 820 points. So we can get another flame ganger, which is what we want. So we want a regular. So let's add another flame ganger with a flame polearm, because apparently that's the tits. So add a fighter, and then it's going to be Brethren. Yeah, Brethren. And then this is going to be ganger 2. I'm trying to get more blunder poles, but I don't think we can afford it. So ganger 2 takes us to yeah, ganger 2 is where we're going to get the upgrade. Chat. Okay, so we've cleared up the points a little bit, and we've got to the point where we've got enough for an additional 3rd ganger, who's the same as our 2nd ganger. Right, and then have we got the 3 Juves? Ganger, rat ganger. Oh no, hold on. What have we got right now? We're doing quite well. We've got the leader, who's our priest with Lord of Rats. We've got the crossbow dude. We've got the champ, who's just in regular armor at the minute. We've got ganger 1, who's got the polearm. Has he got the polearm? Yes. We've got ganger 2 with the polearm. We've got ganger 3, who's the bomb ganger. And then we've got Juve 1, and Juve 2. So we need. There's got to be. We need a Juve 3. I thought we had a Juve rat guy. No, we must not have him. Giving everyone a stub gun for 5 credits is a good backup. Okay, good. Necrofunday is getting a montage, mortgage as a war game. It's like getting a mortgage as a war game. Yeah. It's like, what the hell? How do I do it? Right, okay, so we've got the leader, yes. We've got Champ 1, Champ 2, good. We've got Ganger 1 with the polearm, Ganger 2 with the polearm, Ganger 3, who's the rat guy. Oh, there's our Juve. There's our... Oh, no, we just got Juve... Why does it say Juve 3 and Juve 2? Where's our rat Juve? Did he die? We haven't even played the game yet, and we've lost our Juve guy. Okay, so the question is we need a third Juve guy, because then I think that gives us access to that special rule. Yes, I'll post the final list on both Twitter and also into our Discord, so you can choose. 2 Juves is not enough when you get to add D3 Juves to the mission on top. So we need another Juve, right? But then don't we also need another? We want another Juve. All right, so let's add a fighter. So we need a third Juve, who's a bone picker. He's like Juve 3. Okay. And then he's only 20 points. And then we're just going to give him, we just want to make him 5 points, I'm pretty certain. Because if we can just make it so he only costs 5 points, bye, with a reclaimed auto pistol. And the reason I suggest that is that gives us enough points to get another Ganger with the blunderbuss. So we can have 3 blunderbusses. Right? Yeah, we could change it to it. So then we'll have 3 blunderbuss Gangers and a rat Ganger. And then we've just got 2 Juves. So we're only going to have 1 rat guy. I need you all to know that. We're only going to have 1 rat guy because you decided to go for the crossbow guys. So there's going to be a lot of hope put into the singular rat dude. Blunderbuss polearm is big and clever. Okay, all right. Okay. So then add a fighter. Thanks, Margoon, for pushing a gift subscription forward. That's very nice of you. Thank you. So then we need a brethren. Yeah. He's the rat guy. Okay, yeah, that's true. So this is going to be Ganger. I think this is Ganger 4, but whatever at this point. Look how far we've fallen. I know, crossbow people have ruined our fun. We love them, but also shame. Feel the shame. There's a rat guy. Don't be too upset. There's a rat guy. What's crossbow guy got? Give me a minute to give the basic weapon loadout, which is the blunderbuss. And then flak armor is what we're doing. Can you just buy more rats after game when you get some money? Ideally stolen from... I'm not being the Orlocks. I've told you I'm being Goliath. Okay, we've got 1,000 points. What's the armor to rat ratio? There's a lot of armor. Okay, so this is the crew. Okay, gang sheet. All right, so that's the... Oh, let me make this bigger. So we've got the leader priest, who's got the Lord of Rats, and he's got a chain axe and the exterminator. Then you've got the crossbow dude, who's got flak armor and a heavy crossbow. Then you've got Champ 2, who's just got a flail and flak armor, and he's got the skill hurl. Okay, so those are 2 champs, and that's our leader. Then you've got Ganger 1, who has got a polearm blunderbuss. Ganger 2, polearm blunderbuss. Then you've got Rat Ganger, who's got blasting charges and bomb delivery rats. You've got Ganger 4, who is got the polearm and blunderbuss. So we've got 3 of those. And then you've got Juves 1, 2, and 3, and none of them have got any rats. Now, we can make it so that we have no armor and we have more rats. Like, we could take the flak armor off of our gangers, which feels like that's a mistake, and then have more rats. Right? Armor is for the cowards, the popo, peeps with no faith in the Emperor's protection. All right, so I'm going to put it to a vote in the chat. Okay, so we'll do a vote again in the chat on this one. On, do you want to go for, like, so, new poll? So, final thoughts. This is what it's going to be. It's more rats or keep the armor. Those are your votes. Right? The Emperor may keep you safe. I don't know. But there you go. I've started the poll, so you guys can choose now. And I can also make it so you can see the poll. Here's the poll if you guys want to click the poll. There you go. Shit, I'm a Hydro Points Bovo. Remove the axes from the juves and buy another juve with a pistol. Okay. This is a plan. Wait, so remove the axes from the juves and buy another juve with a pistol. Okay, all right. Well, we'll see what they say about this. So far, oh my god, keeping the armor is seen as a problem. So you guys want more rats. Oh my god. I'm basically just going to be painting up like 11 naked dudes, right? That's all I'm going to be doing. Don't forget, I've got to build and paint these. It's going to be a disaster. Oh my goodness me. Axes are 10 creds. A juve with a pistol is 25 creds. Rat me pappy. Sounds like Pete Warhammer to me. Oh no. Oh my god. What is happening? Sounds like Caracaclites say hello. Is this what they are? Just naked. Oh my god, it says more rats. If they die, they die. Rats are forever. Oh no. Army's hard to slap chop anyway, right? That's true. 11 naked dudes ripping around, cracking rats. Bodies over gear. You guys are really embracing the notion of the Cawdor life. I painted my Cawdor the same as my Chaos Force so that they double as cultists. Oh no. I'm gonna have to get so many Cawdor models. It's gonna be a nightmare. Okay. Right. Rat Gang. What is the vote? The vote is never coming back the other way. You guys want more rats. So the decision has been reached. Okay. The decision has been reached. So the suggestion has been, okay. So the suggestion has been that the juves, right, need, okay, rat ganger, juve ganger, okay. So the juves don't get axes, and instead they just have a pistol. So no axe. So axe and stub gun. We're changing this. Our close combat weapon. We're selling the axe, and he's just going to have a pistol, like a cheap little... He's just a naked dude with a gun. You hate Juve 3. I painted my corner the same. He says, as he 6 printers run the next room. Okay, so now this Juve. One of the Juves has to have the bomb rat, though. So that's the important part. Then we need armor. No, not armor. A close combat. Not even an axe. Nothing for you, Juve. You suck. Okay, then a stub gun. Not armor. Rats. I know. Hold on. I'm trying to make it so. So the current suggestion is that Juves. So we've got Juve 3 is fine. Juve 2 is fine. Juve 3 has got. Okay, so reclaimed auto pistols. So they're all going to have stub guns or auto pistols, right? Okay, no axes. And that gives us, so far, how many points? 980 points. Okay? Which means someone needs to not have armor. So we're going to... Ganger 4 is not going to have it... is not allowed armor. So we'll delete Ganger 4's armor. Do we have the people? It seems to impede having more rats. Do we need the people? So then we're going to get rid of the armor on this Juve. Okay. The flak armor. And I think that might give us enough points for one of our Juves who's basically naked. So Juve number 3 to have himself a rat. I think. Let's see. Equipment. Bomb delivery rat. Oh, we don't have enough. You can sell a Juve for experiments. Okay, we're going to have to sell more armor. It's 30 points for our bomb rat. Okay. So we got 30 points. It says we got 30. You trashed the armor and didn't sell it. No, I think that's right. It still says 970. There's just piles of rats in trench coats. Yeah, you don't forget you witnessed me self-destruct because you've decided you're going to be doomers, right? Yeah, so you're going to be doomer rat people. It's going to be super weird. The equipment. I don't know why it doesn't say we can take it. Equipment, bomb delivery rats, add. There you go. You've done it. You've done it. That's your team. That's your team. You got the leader, who's the Lord of Rats. You've done it. Double rats. I think Goliath are going to enjoy killing this gang. I agree. Although, I'm going to have to build the Goliath gang on my own without... Oh, what? Thank you to Margoon in the chat for donating £30 so I can buy Rat Daddies. Oh my god, 2 boxes of Rat Daddies from Margoon. Thank you to Margoon so that we can buy... So we can buy them. That's very nice of you. Thanks, Margoon. Damn sir, or madam. Thank you very much. It's very lovely of you. You can. I think you can tell if you messed up by looking at your gang rating. No, it says 1,000. There you go. Rating 1,000. I don't think I've messed it up. Nothing is in the stash. So there we go. So I have got. Well, you have got. It's got nothing to do with me. This is your gang. You fucking idiots. Right? This is what your gang is. You got the leader, who's got the mesh armor, chain axe exterminator, who's the Lord of Rats, crossbow dude with a crossbow, just a dude in a flail. Then you've got a ganger with pole arm, 3 gangers with pole arms, a rat ganger, who doesn't even have any other equipment. He's just a guy with rats. And then 3 juves, all with stub guns, and then 1 with a rat. Yeah, the gang name Congo Daddy Rat Daddies. The law is to kill the emperor with bomb rats. Okay. I think you can tell you've messed up by looking at the roster. Where? Oh, wealth. Yeah. I think I might have done something wrong. I don't know what I've done there. It says you've got 25 credits. Can you spend those? I don't think so. I don't know what they are. I think this is fine. We've worked it out. It's close enough. I'll recreate the list again just to make sure. And then you're going to be the Doomer tribe. So you're also Doomers as well. So we need to fix that as well. Just edit the gang and set credits to 0. Oh, how do I do that? Edit gang. Clone gang history, gang image. Probably clicked add instead of buy somewhere. Definitely just edit the wealth at the top of the page to fix it. I don't know where it lets you do that. To do it here? Okay. So take demo charges with rats. Did we do that? We took demo charges with 1 set of rats, but not with the second set of rats. So we've just got 1. You've got 1 rat, okay? You've got 1 rat with demo charges, which is on the ganger with flak armor. So we've got oh no, we didn't even give him flak armor. So the rat ganger has got bomb delivery rats. And then I thought we gave him some demolition charges, but we didn't. There's a tiny edit button on the gang screen top middle. What does that mean? We have rats with no bombs? Do you not need a grenade to go with the rat? Oh no, do we need a grenade to go with the rat? Does anyone know if we need grenades to go with the rats? In which case, it's because you guys wanted a fucking crossbow. We could have loads of rat gangers. We need grenades and charges. Oh no. We need to save some points somewhere, chat. Alright, so let's get... Okay. All right, then that means we need to edit this ganger who's already... So we're just going to have a ganger without a blunderbuss. Lose all the armor. It's for the week. There is a good edit button at the top right of the screen. Close window. Thank you. You try to fit too many things into the list. Ditch the expo. We did the vote. We can't ditch the expo. Like, it's not happening. So we need to get rid of the basic weapon, which is this polearm blunderbuss. So sell that. And then we're just going to give him a pistol, I guess. So now we've just got, like, this ganger with a pistol. And then we need our rat ganger. Oh, wait, no. So our rat ganger does have blasting charges, don't worry. But our juve with a rat doesn't. And we need to give him a grenade. And we can only afford... How many points have we got? I don't think we've got enough points. Blasting charges apparently are the best, or incendiary. We've only got 35 points. So we do have enough points, actually. We do have enough points to give him the blasting charges. Why does Rob keep ignoring the chat? I don't. I'm just not taking all of the armor. It's your army. Surely you don't want to just die, right? I think it said to take both in case you run out of a type. Okay, so this guy, so he's taking a grenade and you're getting blasting charges. So buy those. There you go. So now you've got 2 rat guys. I think we've done everything we can for you. You've got a leader. Look at this. We've nailed it. You've got a leader who's a lot of rats. You've got 2 rat guys with blasting charges. Right? Right. And then you've also got you've got 2 flame stick dudes. Right? Right? Like, death is meaningless, only nakedness matters. Right? And then, I'm not sure people are aware that once the rats are outside 9 inches, they move in a random direction. Zwegraw in the chat, I think that they're very aware of what they do. This is what they want to see. This is all they want in their life, is for that to happen. That's all. Why didn't I do this across here for like the whole thing? They're very keenly aware, right? We're aware, but they don't care. Oh my god. So that's your gang. Okay, I'm going to post this. I'm going to clean up, I'm going to edit the names and stuff and make sure it all is okay. I'm going to post it into the Discord, and then next week you can all vote on who wants to be which one of those gangers. We'll do like a vote, and you can all name the gangers. You can just vote to name it someone else, like someone from the chat. But each one of you, so there's going to be a leader, there's a crossbow dude, and a champ. So next Tuesday we'll do that. You got to vote to pick one. And I guess also we also probably need to name the rats as well, who explode. So do write down our lead crossbow voter. That's true. Rat ganger, and then so I'll write it all in the Discord, and then you guys can vote on it. So if you do go on the Discord, that's the place to at least discuss it. So we'll discuss it in the Discord, and then next week we'll vote on it. How's that sound? Sounds great. Thanks for listening.